Hello guys, welcome back to the channel with me, Cmdr Embryo. You've found me here continuing my soft reset series where I've bankrupted myself recently, and we're currently about sort of 5 hours-ish into the new playthrough, well, new in inverted commas, and we're still in the Cobra, which is one of my favourite early ships, and we've done a bit of planetary stuff, and now I think it's time to sort of go a bit further afield. We really haven't travelled far out of away from our starter system, Chemaku. We're still in Ross 210. However, I've had a bit of a scout around all the ports, and I've bought the items I need to do our next endeavour, which will be rares trading. Okay, so we need to go a bit further afield with this. I'll explain it as we go, but I'll talk you through what we've purchased for the ship. Now we've upgraded the frameshift drive to B4. A4 would be great, however B4 was more affordable, couldn't quite stretch to the A4. We have got our racks that we put on before, our cargo racks. Still got the C4 shield generator. I did consider taking it off, but for newer players I think it's definitely worth having a shield of some type. And with the configuration of the Cobra, we can't put a size 3 on here because there are no size 3 slots. And the size 2 slots are too small to take a shield that can adequately fit our ship. We've got here 2 more size 4 cargo racks in the size 2 slots, and we've gone for an A2 fuel scoop. This is very much a very big compromise in terms of the ship. I would prefer a size 4, however we need the cargo space in order to pick up the rare items that we're after. This will get us out of trouble. It'll certainly fill the ship up, but it will take a relatively long time to fill our tanks. Don't worry, I'll be editing all that out of the video. I won't expect you to sit around the star. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do for the first star that we need to scoop upon, and then I'll cut away. But that's about it. In terms of our hard points, in order to save weight and increase our jump range, I've got rid of all our hard points. This is purely just a trading ship now, and it's fast enough that we should be able to outrun any pirates that we come across. Now, just full disclosure, like with the rest of the videos in the soft reset series, I've been doing it in solo. And where we're going, if you play this in open, there may well be a fair number of real-life commanders there, which might give you a bit of trouble, but also give you a bit of excitement. It's really good fun. I've done it in open on my own time, and it's good fun. You get interdicted in that, but you take your risk if you want to be in open. Fair play and good luck to you. But I'm doing it in solo, so I'm expecting some NPC trouble, but we shall see. So, what are rares? Well, if we there's plenty of bits and bobs online about it. So if you Google it, there's plenty of resources. However, we get this really great graphic from one of the sources. I downloaded this from Imager. There's no credit on the actual graphic, so I'm afraid I can't credit the commander who came up with this. But it's a really good loop route that you can try for yourself. However, for us today, we're going to just be going to Lave, Leasty, and Deso. They're about 180 light years away from where we are currently, which is perfect for rares trading. Because there's like a sort of curve for rares trading, where the further you go away from its source, the higher the value. Up to around 160 light years. Above that, it's just sort of levels out. But what we're expecting is to sort of pick these items up for maybe a couple grand each, and then sell them for hopefully upwards of 10, maybe even 20 grand a piece. So we should be able to make some good money, and it's relatively safe, again, with the caveats I've already expressed. So if we go into our galaxy map, okay, so we're in the galaxy map here, and I've plotted the route to Lave. We're going to be heading along this line here, and you can see that we end up in Ep6, and beyond that point it's dotted, and that means we don't have the fuel for it. So our current tank will get us to here, which if we highlight it, if I can get my pointer on it, I'll zoom in and make it a bit easier. There you go, so it's 107 light years, so it gets us about halfway. So what we'll do, we can see that it's a K class star, which is scoopable. So I'm just going to head all the way there and then scoop right at the last minute. And then that should take us the remainder of the way there. We can then fill up at Lave and then come back. We'll replot our course. So without further ado, I shall see you out there. And it'll probably end up being, I'll sort of cut back when we get to our first scoop. Okay, so we've just arrived at our first scooping star. It's literally been a handful of minutes. So what I like to do is come in at this sort of angle with the orbit lines on. It's a lot easier, and then just come in so it stays at around sort of 60, 70 degrees. It may, sorry, not degrees, percent. It's going to raise up slightly. As you can see, it's going to be very, very slow. So we're going to increase our distance out a little bit. We haven't got the best items on this ship. So that's, I just sort of throttle down to effectively nothing. I'm going to try and keep that at that sort of pace there. So we're not getting a great deal of fuel at all. So I shall speed this up and you'll see the fuel gauge raise slightly. Right, so that's done. We can finally get them back on our way. Now, admittedly, that was a long old time waiting for that to happen, so it probably would have done us just to fly to a station and filled up in this system, but you can't always guarantee you're going to be in a system that's it's got a station. Yeah, and however small the fuel scoop will get you out of trouble. You're just the larger the scoop, the quicker it is, and the better it is for you, in all honesty. It gets to a point, yeah, we were scooping about 50 kilos a second then, and the biggest scoop does over 1.2 tons a second. It's ridiculous. So you know, your mileage certainly does vary, but we're full up again, so on we go. Alright, so we just entered Lave. Our first port of call is Lave Station. I shall see when we land. Alright, so just coming into the land here at Lave Station.
Landing gear not deployed.
It is now. Get your ass down, you silly moo. There you go. Right.
Engines disengaged.
Okay, so we want to head to the commodities market. Oh, I'll do that in a second. Right, what we're after is, depending on your UI color scheme, the rare items will be highlighted. So here, there's this lighter blue or pink or whatever color that is. Forgive my color blindness. But we're going to buy all the Lave brandy we can buy. Basically, that's it, just the one. And I can't remember if there's anything else here. I think that was it. Now it does vary the amounts. It seems to be quite stingy at the moment. You can see that we bought it for 3,500. The galactic average is 10. So we should hope, you know, to get a lot more on that. I was expecting to get a little bit more actually in terms of quantity, but we'll change our plans if we need to. So on to the next one, which is Leasty. So Leasty will be on our navigation tab here because it's nice and close. And off we go. So Leasty is George Lucas Station. If I remember rightly, they have a couple of items available, but it's been a while since they've done this. I shall see you there shortly. Okay, so we're on final approach here to George Lucas Station. Better not forget to request docking. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Let's hope that these guys have got a bit more commodities, some more commodities for us to buy. I'm certainly hoping so. I was a bit disappointed with that 1 ton of Lady brandy. But say it's been a while since I've done this myself. This is pretty much a good way of making some good trade money early on in the smaller ships, especially. keep ourselves filled up and get into the commodities. So we are after the Azure milk. And some Leistian evil juice. Alright, and the next port of call is Deso, Shiftnell Port. Okay, so again, that'll be on our navigation tab here, because all these stations that sell these particular items are very, very close. There's a proper little cluster of rare trading stations around this area. Again, I shall see you at the next destination. Right, so we quickly made it over to Shiftnell Port, and I'm going to head a bit quick. There you go. Right, good old Embryo landing there, as normal. Come on, get your ass down. There you go. So let's see if this place has been a bit more generous. I doubt it by the looks of things. So we've got 5 Deso corn. I think that's all we can buy here. So we've got plenty of space in our hold. We are going to go a couple more spots. So if we have take a look at our rare trade doodah, I think we're going to head to Zeon's, grab some leathery eggs from Ridley Scott. I don't know what that reference could be. And I think we may end up going to Uza here as well to guest installation. But I think the first port of call will be Zeon's. Oh no, and Aurere as well. I think we'll go here. So we'll definitely go to Aurere in a minute. We'll make that the next stop. See you there in a moment, guys. Right, so we are on final approach to Sharon Lee Free Market, which ironically means that some of the items I'm carrying are illegal here. So I need to take it a bit, can't take it too sheepishly. Need to get in there quite quick. So we shall see. Hopefully we don't get scanned. Hopefully we don't get scanned on the way out. Can sometimes be the issue. Get ourselves lined up. I found generally if you're going over to sort of over 150 to 200 kilometers, not kilometers a second, meters a second, they won't really give you any trouble. See, now we're in the port, it's no issue at all. Try and prove to you guys that I can do a fairly soft landing when needed. Right, so I don't think I've been here before. Let's see what they sell. Aurarian Vicious Brew, 14 of those, fantastic, that's what we like to see. Okay, and I don't think we'll have a check to see if there's anything else. No, that does appear to be it. So I think we're going to take... I think we're going to probably head off to... Where are we looking? Our inventory is 28, so we've got 12 tons left. I think we won't go to Zeon's. I think we'll go to Uza. Using our map. Which is pretty close. It's only a couple light years away. There you go. I shall see you at the next port, commanders. So, with any luck, now we're coming into guest installation. This should be our last port of call, hopefully. If we do have space, then I will pop over to Zeon's and grab a leathery egg, but I'd rather not. I'd rather make the trip back.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Right, so let's...
Engines disengaged.
Fingers crossed. Some Uzian tree grub. There's 11 of them. We'll definitely take all of that. Perfect. So, We have got 1 ton left. So we will be going to Zayance. I shall see you at Ridley Scott Port in a moment. So you rejoin us just as we're coming in to our final destination of this rares trading excursion. It's been nice to get the old spread the wings and get a bit further away. So with any luck, this place has got the leathery eggs. Oh, here they are. Yep, just the one we need. Now we are fully stocked up. So if I remember rightly, I think we had about 630,000-ish credits. So we've spent about 70,000, and we've got a full hold of 40 tons. So now we need to set our course home. I think for this we will go back to Ross 210. That's sort of our impromptu home at the moment. We know our way around the ports and that there. Okay, so same as before, it's going to be a dotted line portion of the way home. Just go along and let's just see where we end up. Hopefully it's a yep, it's an M class star, which is scoopable. Just remember the acronym KGB foam. K stars G M F O A. Hold on, I'm getting it all wrong. The letters that make that acronym are all scoopable. So we know that this one is, so I'm just going to head there and scoop up there. But I won't force you to watch the journey home. I shall see you back home in a moment. Right, I'm just going to cut back in just before the final jump. On my way back, I remembered that some of the items we've got may well be classed as narcotics. And unfortunately, all the stations in Ross 210, narcotics are prohibited items. So I've replotted the course to Chemaku, our original starter system, and I'm going to Crampton Port because they've got a commodities market that accepts the majority of what we got to sell, and more importantly, they've got a black market as well to sell any illegal items. So we're not going to be stuck with the bits and bobs that we can't get rid of. So I shall see you in a moment in the port. Right, so we're just touching down at Crampton Port. Let's see what profit we make. I'm hoping to make about 400 grand. I'd like about £10,000, 10,000 credit profit per ton. So let's see. Right, so leathery eggs. 20,000 profit, or 23,000 profit. Fantastic.
Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time.
So we sold our Azure milk, and that is 103,000 profit for 6 items. Deso corn. 15,000 per ton, that's pretty good. So 79,000. Sorry, yeah, 79,000 profit for that. Horarian Vicious Brew. 15,000 per ton. Got 14 of those. That's 223,000 profit. And Uzion Tree Grubs. Got 11 of these, and that's over 16,000 per ton. 176,800 for that. Good old Lave brandy, just one of those unfortunately. That was 17,000. And some Leistian Evil Juice, 31,700. Not bad at all. So for that little trip, we just made 600 grand. And total time, including me rambling on, is 1 hour 16 minutes. So with a slightly larger ship, like a T6, you'll have a way better time of it because, well, as long as you don't get interdicted, but you'll have a way better time because you can obviously have a cargo rack that will just, 60 ton cargo rack or whatever. That will take all your goods, and then you've probably got some decent sized modules left for a good fuel scoop, so you're not sat there like I was. I could have read a book by the time that was done. But it got us there, and I say it was only about an hour, and in this small ship, 600,000, we're relatively risk-free, especially if you're playing solo or private group or Mobius or whatever private group you wish to play in. And so we've, I think we've done quite well there. I'm quite happy with that. I may well be doing a few more of these runs on my own time, but we're slowly building up balance. So I think as it stands, we've got. We look at our ship. Our rebuy cost is 77,000. So multiply that by 5. Sorry, no, multiply that by 20. We've got about 1.65 million in the ship, and we've got 1.2, 1.3 million. So we're teetering on around 3 million now total worth, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So we're about sort of between 6-ish, 5 and 6-ish hours in. Not too bad at all. And obviously, as you go up into bigger ships, your rewards come quicker and more frequently. But I hope that's helpful to you. And if you haven't tried rares trading, you've seen how sort of relatively simple it is and how good fun it is. See, if you've got the extra space in your ship, chuck in a discovery scanner of some type, the better. The more advanced, the better. And your detailed surface scanner, and get a bit of exploration on the, get some cartographic data on your docket sheet as well. You can hand that in on your way back. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Again, I hope that's useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a thumbs down. There's always one of you out there that does. And it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks for watching. You fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. See you soon, guys. Bye.